Good morning, my friends. Mrs. Wansel looks a little more like herself today, not as frazzled and crazy. Uh, things are going good here. If you listen closely, you might hear the little babies. Okay, so to stay with our theme of dogs, I have this week, no, not this week, today for our read aloud dog breath, the horrible trouble with halitosis. This is Hallie the dog, and her last name is Tosis. But halitosis, that's what we call bad breath. And so it's funny that her name is Hallie and her last name is Tosis, halitosis. And it's by Dave Pilkey, and we know we love him. He did Bad Case in the Stripes and Pigsty, and he's done a lot of great books that we all love to read. So I thought I would read this one to stay with my dog theme. Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis by Dave Pilkey. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hallie Tosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Ooh, look at the dead flowers. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Look at her, she opened her mouth. Oh, all the leaves fell off, the fish, look at the wallpaper curled.
Stinky.
When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided halitosis. She's so stinky, even skunks don't like her. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello. She just wants to say hi. Look how happy she is, but look at that bad breath. Oh, Grandma. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Grandma fainted. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Free dog to a good home. But look, they love her. They just don't love her bad breath. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. They thought it would take her bad breath away. That's not going to happen. Ooh, but look at that sign, wanted for burglary. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. But it didn't. Look, even the sun is like, oh, didn't work. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped with all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. It says breath of a salesman. So they were like, oh, it'll take her breath away and it won't. Think it's going to work? But it didn't. Even the people in the movie could smell it. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. That's what the sign says. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Think it's going to work? Oh, she liked the roller coaster, but nobody behind her did. Look at that. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Do you see what's in the window? It's the two burglars. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis home. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hallie Tosis. "Yikes," whispered one burglar. "It's a big, mean, scary dog." "Ah, don't be silly," whispered the other burglar. "That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." And she is cute. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Ah, slurp. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. She saved the family. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. Hero Hound, Bad Breath bungles burglary. Panting Pooch paralyzes prowlers. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. And the sign says, "This home protected by dog breath." Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. So they love their dog, just like I love my little Bailey and all her little puppies. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.